running this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Running inside, it's White. Crosses the 30. At the 45, on his way. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for room, it's Hatcher. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Might as well give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Direct snap. There's a crease. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hatcher.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's not going anywhere, nowhere to run, and they stop him for nothing on 4th and 2.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
On the run, it's White. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Jackson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. Finding open areas. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Jackson gonna throw it. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Into the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come up.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, and the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
They'll keep it on the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Makes the grab, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The Beavers using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Delayed handoff. It's White. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. A 1st and 10 for this offense. On the run, it's White. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Jackson will throw. Finds his man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The run inside. It's White.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field. Looking to throw, it's Murphy.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go with a direct snap. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Maybe a crease. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Beavers! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running to Green. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Jackson gonna throw it. Going for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Arizona taking on the Cal Golden Bears. And it's Arizona who finish off the victory to get to 4-1. They led this one at halftime. They held off a second-half comeback attempt. This group has to be feeling good. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Wide receiver comes in motion. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Could be an alley. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Makes the catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. The throw. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
North Texas really has it going on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside. It's White. There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. North Texas doing business from the red zone. Running the red zone. It's White.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After run, now throw. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, North Texas. And they add 6 more with that trip to the house. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Motion from the wideout. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glass.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. Got room at the 35. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Beavers! Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
He gets a block. He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The run inside. It's White. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Touchdown, Mean Green. Makes the grab inbounds. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end now in motion. Running inside, it's Hatcher. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Direct snap. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Defense in press coverage. They'll go with a direct snap. Right down the gut of the field.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.